Hi, my name is Martin,
And I'm Christy.
and we're the Yans, and we recently sold a house in Chino and we bought in Phillips Ranch.
We decided to sell because we were looking for a new property that we could have our parents move in and build an ADU in the backyard in. And we wanted a bigger backyard also for our daughter Carissa to be able to play and run around in. And we did not think it was the right time to buy, but yes, the right time to sell, because at that time it was really what everyone was saying. The market was so hot, it was really competitive. But that just happened to be the timing in which my parents were retiring and we wanted to get this process moving along.
So walk us through how my team we prepared your home to sell and what stood out to you.
Yeah, I was just so impressed with everything from how Sam came and introduced himself in a very friendly, personable manner, learning about our story and kind of what we wanted in this whole process, to Esther and the rest of the team coming to our house and setting it up so well to take pictures and just really acting in a super professional manner. And so we were just from start to finish, top to bottom, we were just really impressed with their sort of friendly, personable nature and how they addressed every concern. I mean, it wasn't obviously a process. If you guys have been in real estate before, there are a lot of ups and downs, a lot of unexpected obstacles that might come along that journey, but they helped us to navigate that whole thing without us feeling too overly concerned or worried, because we trusted them. We felt like we were in capable hands. And so just very, very fortunate to have met Park Group and just know that they're all about taking care of their clients as their first priority.
Were there moments of, I mean, obviously there were stressful moments, right? Selling during peak times, though you guys were worried obviously about purchasing the next home, right? So walk us through that and how that was handled and.
Yeah, so it was definitely a little bit stressful. I think for me personally, what added a little more stress to it was having a baby around. So, having to kind of schedule the open houses and the showings around her, and she has toys everywhere. And every time someone would come see the house, I'd be like, oh my God, we have to clean everything up, put away her safety gate and everything. But Sam was like, don't worry, you don't need to put the stuff away, it's okay. And just knowing that we were selling at the same time as buying, so the timeline kind of had to work out well, where we wouldn't be quote unquote homeless for too long.
Right.
Okay. What advice do you have for someone who's thinking about potentially selling their home?
I mean, I would say, yeah, just think about what really matters to you the most. As Christy mentioned earlier, for us, it was about expanding our family and being able to have a place where we can not just host our parents, and build a place in the backyard for them, but we love hosting people. We love having people over, friends or family, our community. So I think having that as a priority really helped us to kind of narrow down what we wanted in terms of our search and the area that we wanted. We knew we loved this area. We loved the Chino Hills area. So for us, we kind of went from there. And then obviously Sam and the team, they're going to work with you on that. They're going to ask you, hey, this is reasonable, this isn't, here's what it looks like realistically. And so I think a lot of that too is just to temper and balance those expectations, because I think sometimes we go into it thinking, hey, it's going to work out exactly the way you think ideally, but it doesn't always. Rarely in life does anything work out that way. But I think for us too, it was like the first night we had this huge offer, right, come in, and we were excited, and we were in Hawaii at the time thinking, wow, what could be the next offer? Could it be 20K more, 30K more? That ended up being the highest offer, and then that person actually backed out. So, it just goes to show that things don't always work out exactly the way you want to. I mean, we obviously still got an amazing offer above and beyond what we had initially expected from that. But it just goes to show that sometimes, you can allow your thoughts or your imagination to get ahead of yourself. And I think we had to really ground ourselves a bit. So so just temper your expectations, know exactly what you want to look for, and be willing to work with the team and trust their advice and counsel is what I would say.
Nice, that is great advice. This is kind of about me, but why did you ultimately choose myself to be a real estate agent?
Honestly, I just went on Redfin, and the first guy that popped up. No, I'm just kidding. I mean,
Kind of kidding, kind of not.
I was searching on Redfin, and Sam did pop up, but I read his reviews on Redfin, and they were all spectacular. And just from meeting him initially, like, what did you think?
Yeah, well, I was kind of kidding, kind of not. I was like, who's this random guy hitting up my wife, for this house thing? I had no idea who he was, and but I think it shows intentionality, right, and purpose, and how Sam really cares about the business and cares about the people. And so after meeting him in person and actually getting to meet him, learn about him and the business and his philosophy, I told Christy, I was like, wow, this, I don't know how this happened, but this was a good find. We're so blessed to have him come along, and we knew it was a no-brainer at that point. Because, we had a previous agent we worked with in the past for our first house, and so in my mind, I was thinking, we would obviously hit her up, just not just even out of respect, but just out of familiarity. But I think after, coming to meet Sam and knowing him, I think that he blew it out of the water, and it was it was, the rest is history from there. So.
Oh, that's a great review. I love that. So it brings us to the last question: would you hire me again? If yes, why? If no, why not?
Absolutely. I mean, there's no doubt. We even talked to our friends like, hey, if you're ever looking for someone, a group to work with, I mean, we know the right people, without a doubt. Park Group Real Estate, they are just a godsend. And so I can't even imagine. We would not be here literally without their help. And so we're so thankful.
Yeah. There's so many times where we still look at this house and we're like, I can't believe we got this house. Yeah. We were not the highest offer. And that was confirmed because one of the first days we moved in, the old owner, their agent came to take off their lockbox, and they told us, he confirmed the whole thing. You guys weren't the highest offer, but congrats. So they really fight for us. Their marketing is amazing. Like, they have the whole team, the person negotiating, doing the transactions, the photos, the videos, the lender. Like, it's like a one-stop shop. And so funny, they are so close to our house and we never knew they were there.
And as a sign of respect, by the way, fun fact, we have a chicken coop in the backyard, and there's 7 chickens, and we literally named each chicken after each member of the Park Group Real Estate. So yeah, I think I don't know if we told you that, but yeah.
And then we realized, wait, there's specifically 2 males and 5 females, so we gotta redo the naming.
Yeah. We don't consider the gender of the chickens. Yeah.
Yeah. It's in your honor.